Welcome to Coach Said So. I'm Coach TD Tony, former professional wide receiver for the NFL, CFL, and international player and coach. On this channel, we will talk about wide receiver drills, tips, and techniques so you can go harder, get better, go faster, and get stronger, mentally and physically. So let's get into it because Coach said so. All right, let's start with the fundamentals of a wide receiver. Wide receiver, the first thing we need to do is understand the play and all that other stuff and get out the huddle. But we have to make sure we are one thing. We're in the proper stance, all right? So as the stance, you're gonna be in a sprinter stance, with your hands up, all right? So with demonstration here, ball is on that side of me right there, inside foot up, hands are up. Now, some people will say, I want my hands down and stuff like that. Every place has its origin. So let's think about it. I have my hands up for one thing. I am a sprinter, so I'm a former sprinter as well. If my hands are up here and I take my first step, that elbow just drops back and then I'm taking off. You know what I mean? When you get your hands down, you have to react like that. So it all depends. It's a personal preference for most people, but that's your preference, take it. But again, I like to have my hands up, sprinter style, hands up. All right, so that will give me the best opportunity to come off explosively and get on that defender as quick as possible. Plus, you don't know what defenders are doing these days. They're coming down in your face quick, and you don't have to react like this at the last second and have a defender get his hands into your chest. So again, let's go with that. Keep my hands up, make sure that defender knows that I'm all about business. Keep my hands up in a fighting position, ready to go. And this also allows me to see the defense, also get pre-reads on their coverages and anything they're changing around to rolling into certain coverages and things like that. All right, so let's go with the keys. The keys is always, for me, inside foot is up. Most coaches want the inside foot is up. This is the reason why, because we want everything to look exactly the same. If you are a guy that comes up and he puts his outside foot up when he runs an out route, but inside foot when he runs in routes, a good DB will start understanding, okay, I understand what he's doing. When he does an out route, he does this. Every coach is different. Go by what your coach says, but I'm just going by what I have learned over the years of being in this sport for over 25 years and playing since I was 6 years old. All right, so key, inside foot is up. We keep it that way, all right? Your feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. So we don't want that long stance like this. We want your feet underneath each other, shoulder width apart. Here, you wanna be there. And you also want your knees bent. You don't want your knees straight up, because if your knees are straight up, that means you got to bend to take off. So that's a wasted movement. We don't want to do wasted movement. So we don't want to be here, then have to do this to take off. We want to be down already, ready to explode, okay? We're going there. Make sure you have the ball, the weight of your feet, weight on the balls of your feet, about 75% on the front foot and all that stuff. The reason how it becomes 75%, because you don't want to be sitting back too far. You want to make sure the pressure's there and this foot is nice and tight, ready to explode like a spring. Boom, pop up and go, all right? With that being said, you want your eyes on the ball. We should always, as a receiver, always, again, I'm gonna say it again, always watch the ball. We are on ball movement. The ball moves, you move. We should never be outside. So if that ball moves, boom, then I'm gone right now. That's how that happens, all right? And then our hands, even though, like I said, your hands can be up, relaxed, how you want it, or they can be down. Everybody's different with that one. But one thing is, make sure that we are always ready to go. You know what I mean? Defenders are moving, make sure your eyes are looking around constantly. You don't want to be focused so back that your top of your head is here. It's always, like Bruce Lee said, keep your eye on your opponent. So you can keep your head slightly tilted, look this way, but you want to see what that DB is doing. Always. So with that being said, you're here in that crouch position, pow, and you take off. All right. One of the easiest ways I've ever taught anyone to get in the stance is this. You guys always learned how to take a knee, right? So take a knee. When you're taking a knee, you're already in a tight stance already, right? Get up off that, pull that back foot in, and you're in a comfortable. You should be able to sit in your stance all day. You should be able to sit like this all day with no pressure. Pressure's on the front foot, with that back foot loaded, ready to snap out of it, all right? So let's go over those keys again. Inside foot is up. Shoulder width apart. Got it, weight on the balls of the feet. Bending it with the upper body. Hands are up or down, your choice. Hands are up, ready to go, makes for defenders. That's the stance. So again, when you're out there as a receiver, make sure that you're ready to go. And know why? Because coach said so. If you like this content, give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and get your next video over here.